right, welcome everybody. We're going to get started here with our webinar. We're excited about our topic today. It's really around the IXM tools and how they help accelerate growth for the BGA brokerage world. So thanks for joining us today. As always, feel free to ask any questions along the way. There's down at the bottom of the screen, you should see a little Q&A button. We'll try to answer those either as we go through the presentation if it's pertinent at the time, or we'll answer them at the end. Feel free to chat in as well. We're happy to answer any chats that we can, and we'll try to get to all you guys' questions at the end. As always, we're going to try to keep these to 30 minutes, at least our content. If there's a lot of questions, we're happy to go over and go through some of those questions. But we're going to try to let you guys get back to what you do best, which is selling life insurance and supporting your brokers. We always record all of our webinars, so rest assured if for some reason you need to jump off and go take care of some business, feel free to do so. We will be posting the webinar on our YouTube channel, which we will post a link to here in the chat so everyone can see that. It's also on our website, so if you go to the IXN homepage and you scroll down to the very bottom, you can see our social media links down here, and here's the YouTube link there. Thanks everybody for joining us on this week's webinar, and so let's jump right in. So again, the topic today is really brokerage tools for the digital world and how IXN helps you enhance and grow that business. Today I have a special guest, Meg Rose here. Hi, Meg.
Oh. Hey, everybody.
Thanks for joining us. So Meg's new to the IXN team. She's been around the industry for a long time. She's a business development executive here at IXN. So handling a lot of our partnership type relationships and helping us grow our business. And really kind of get out to the industry. So I wanted to introduce Meg because many of you who are joining us may not have met Meg, may have. She's been around the industry for a while. So Meg, thanks for joining us, and tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of your background.
Yeah, thanks, Lasse. Well, it's such a pleasure to be here and kind of back in this space with, the brokerage space has really been a comfort zone for me during my career. But it's been about 20-ish years now in the life and health space. I really started out, for those of you that know associations like LOMA and NAILBA, I started off in those organizations for the first decade or so, really just working with carriers, a lot of wonderful education focus and fundamentals about the industry, the life insurance industry, of course, within those associations, and a lot of marketing and sales, different roles, e-learning and some technology woven in. And then I moved on to NAILBA, where really got introduced to the whole independent distribution space, and all the connections there, working as a director of education, launching NAILBA's virtual university back when, et cetera, et cetera. So it's just been a really fun ride to then get introduced to eBix, which I worked for Easy Data, which became eBix, and that was Smart Office, for those of you that know that product. I worked there as a BGA relationship manager, again, focusing now on the distribution space and learning more about the interconnectivity between carriers and the distribution channel. So that was a wonderful part of my career. And then the final chapter before joining IXN was with, of course, Exam One, Quest, and before Exam One, it was Superior Mobile Medics, for those of you familiar with that firm. So the underwriting side of the business, which for me was just another layer, I think, of understanding how these integrations within the technology that we see now coming from IXN that's so modernized. It's just really exciting to kind of take all of those pieces and bring it back to this organization, which is such a fresh, exciting perspective. So I'm very humbled to be here to help contribute my knowledge, but hopefully connect with you all and learn more about how we can be an even stronger partner with you. So thanks, Lasse.
Awesome. Yeah, we're excited to have Meg on the team. And if any of you are interested in, obviously she comes from has a wealth of knowledge in this industry and comes with a lot of background info. And so if any of you want to reach out to Meg, feel free to do so. Like you can do it on a LinkedIn account, you can call her 1-800 number and we can connect you. And so thanks for joining us today. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna talk a little bit about the IXM solution. And oh, I didn't introduce myself. I think most people know me, but my name is Lasse Ljung. For those of you who don't know me, Chief Revenue Officer here at IXN, also one of the founders. So I've been here since the beginning. And so yeah, that's me. I won't bore you guys with all the rest of the details. But really, what we're gonna talk about today is we're going to take a little bit of a different perspective on the IXM platform. We're going to talk a little bit about like why IXM is, why the IXM platform has been useful for this industry and for many brokerages that are using the IXM platform, and why you really should consider IXM. Why others are considering IXM. What as we've entered this space and really hit our stride as far as growth goes, why you should consider the IXM platform, who IXM is, and then what we do. So we'll get into a little more on the nitty gritty of the actual products. We don't have time to dig too far into features, so I've listed a lot of the features, but if you're interested in learning more about any of these, if there's anything here that stands out to any of you, feel free to reach out to us. We'll share our contact information at the end, and but let us know in the chat or in the Q&A that you'd like us to reach out to you. I'm happy to talk to you guys about any of these services that we offer and how they can help you. So there's really three buzzwords that come to mind when we're talking about why IXM. And the first of those buzzwords really is efficiency. So I don't know if you guys can see this. It's a little bit, it's like white on white, but I've got a Lego block here in front of you. And the reason I showed this when it comes to efficiency is my daughter, she just turned 3, and her big thing was that she wanted for her birthday was Legos. So we got her some Legos, and she wanted like the big girl Legos, right? The actual the ones that aren't the Duplo or whatever, the big ones. She wanted the little tiny ones that take forever to put together. But she's only 3, so she's a little bit young for a lot of these. And so on last weekend, I spent probably a total of 6 or 7 hours putting together Legos for my daughter. And it, this idea of like speed and efficiency came to mind because one of the Lego pieces had 1,200 pieces in it. Okay, so it was like a motorhome type of thing, and it took me about 3 hours to put this thing together. But if you think about it, if I was just to look at the picture, and I had a pile of 1,200 Legos, it would have taken me probably 15 to 20 hours to figure all this out if I ever figured it out, really. So I was thinking about this, and while processes aren't always perfect, it's not like I could just push a button and it would all come together. There's still some work to be involved. Efficiency is a really important part of the process here. And that's one thing that IXM really brings. And there's a few ways that IXM brings efficiency to the table. And one of them is speed. Speed of the platform. Let me get my, oops, jumped ahead. Speed of using the platform, and how fast you can get to what you're looking for, getting to the right tools, and which drives right into like ease of use. One of the things that we've focused on a lot within the IXM platform is kind of what Lego did, which is like, it's so easy to just build on this and utilize the platform to get creative and to work with your processes. So if you don't want to follow the manual and build it the way every other broker out there, and you want to have a specific process, our platform is really geared towards that. We can really kind of help you. One of the ways we do that is through connectivity. Our platform itself, if you haven't seen it, here's our what's called our agency life quoter. This is you've probably noticed that it's very clean, very easy to get to what you're looking for. Everything's right in front of you. The ease of doing business and quoting life insurance on the IXM platform is really second to none in this industry. One of the ways we really help with efficiency is you may have a process that you already work through. Maybe you have like an agency management system that you're using, or maybe there's a website that all your agents are logging into, and you want to have these tools available through those processes. We embed them. We work with other partners. We can integrate with your agency management system or your CRM, or if you have a homegrown system that you're dealing with. There's the IXM platform is really built for connectivity, which really makes it easy to use, which really speeds up the process, and really kind of builds on your process. So Meg, I know you worked at Smart Office, right, or at Ebix, and,
Right.
and one of the products there is Smart Office. That's another platform that really connects well with other services, and that's one of the ones we have an integration with. In your experience, what, based on kind of what the history of the brokerage world is, as far as like having all these different tools, how important is that connectivity and speeding up the process?
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely getting at it in terms of the efficiency, right? The number of clicks, whether you're talking about case managers within an agency who are just trying to work through their day and they're having to hop back and forth from a carrier website to to within their CRM and then outside to a quoting tool. There's a lot of different players within an agency that are looking for spots where they can have, a much cleaner, faster experience, and just skip those little clicks here and there. It makes a huge difference. And then obviously for brokerages, also just having some consistency, so the ease of use is there for their agents as well. I mean, the agent experience and just giving it, out to them to be consistent, that's massive too. So that integration point, so that you have the visibility inside the brokerage as well as outside the brokerage, the same data and the same tools, that's really a big deal.
Yeah, and you bring up a really good point. I was talking about a lot of efficiency in the brokerage's office, right? The office staff who are in quotes for their agents, or getting out illustrations or whatever else they're doing. The next step is now not just making it efficient for your office, but making it efficient for the agent, which adds efficiency to the office. Because if the agents are comfortable with the platform that you're using, and they're able to run quotes themselves, and they're not reliant on your staff to do that every time there's a new process. Maybe they rely on your staff for maybe the hard to underwrite cases, or the situations where they're not quite sure how to work with them. But if they just need a simple term quote, they shouldn't have to reach out to the brokerage office to get that, right? They should be able
right.
to.
And it gets expensive, right? I mean, the term cases, when you're talking a 250,000 term case, and your brokerage is also working on some, $2 million face amount. So that cost piece is just really important. I know you'll probably get to that, but that's the other piece to really evaluate as you're looking at technology solutions, is how do I get that cost back, reduced, especially on the term.
Yeah, you get your staff focusing on the things that really drive revenue, not little small tasks here and there. And one of the ways that IXM does that is also through mobility. So if you haven't seen the IXM platform, one of the tools that we offer is our mobile app platform. This is something that we've found is a huge driver of efficiency tools within a brokerage, because now the agent, rather than them having to wait to get back to their office, or call the BGA to get a quote while they're at lunch or wherever, they can just bring up their phone on a branded app for that BGA, run a quote. They can even submit the business on the phone, and it's so talk about efficiency. Now it speeds up, and it brings your business right in your pocket, right? It takes it with you, which we found is really important. And that user experience is important in that as well, because otherwise you don't get adoption. So kind of bringing back to the initial ease of use, speed, being able to access that anywhere, that really drives your overall business. Whether you're working with PNC agents, you're working with financial advisors or agents, or traditional life agents, that really can help. So that's one of the kind of main pieces of the IXM platform that we like to talk about, and that really kind of drives the business for IXM. The next one is what we promised we would talk about here is growth. So a couple different things. I would say, first of all, IXN is in a lot of ways, with our customers, we're more of a partner than we are a vendor customer relationship. So one of the ways this manifests itself is through what we do with customer feedback. So we can we'll talk about growing your business, but I want to hit this point home first, and that's that IXN will grow with you. We're not a tech behemoth that's been around here for 25 years who has 1,200 employees. We're a company that can grow with you, that can help you figure out the best processes that work for you, and even tweak things to make it work for you. And going back to connectivity, working with your process and how you want to grow. And our pricing is built to grow with you, and we really help you on that sales velocity side. So that all kind of works into, hey, you have a strategy that you want to work with. You have a way that you want to grow this business. How much water you want to put on that plant to grow it, and how fast you want to grow it is up to you. And so we're here to partner with you in that growth and help you grow. And one of the ways that, again, that kind of manifests itself is that we want to hear from you. We want to hear what your process is. If you're a current customer on here and you haven't talked to us in a while, give us a call. We'd love to hear kind of how things are going. How can we help you grow more? What do you want to see out of the IXM platform? And how can we help you grow? And we'll grow with you. That's kind of the next point. And I want you to think about these three words: efficiency, growth, and the next one here as we go through and we take a look at the IXM tools. And I'll point out where these things sit within the IXM platform and helping you with these things. But ultimately, be thinking about how IXM helps with efficiency, or where the efficiency sits in this platform, how this can help you grow, and then ultimately ROI. When you're talking to like business executives, business owners, things like that, you want these cool things. You want good technology. You want things that help you grow. You want to make your business more efficient. But ultimately, a lot of times it comes down to ROI. It's been a crazy year. To be honest, with COVID, kind of unprecedented events, with this crazy election here, like everyone's distracted. There's a lot going on out there. So with the IXM platform, what you'll find is that, first of all, if you're looking to save money, like cut some costs, we can help you there. Generally, on average, we save you somewhere between 40 to 80%. That's kind of the cost savings you generally have, whether you're switching to IXN from another provider or you're considering IXN versus someone else. Because we understand that there's other players out there, there's other platforms, but generally, just talking bottom line, we're probably going to save you 40 to 80%, or we're going to get you more for your money. Let's say you're currently paying $1,500 a month. We can take a look at that budget and say, okay, what can you get with IXN versus what you're getting now for that $1,500 a month? And that may include bringing in a couple of partners to make it all fit together. We've had a lot of calls with one of our partners, Smart Office, about how we can lower your costs. I was just talking to someone the other day, and we cut their costs in half by switching to IXN. It was pretty big, and it was pretty significant. So whether you're looking to save money or whether you're looking to get more for your money, to try to accelerate growth, to be more efficient, all those types of things, you should really take a look at the IXN platform, and let's take a look at it together. Let's take a look at it where it fits, and like I said, most of the time it'll save you some money on the bottom line. So those are kind of the three things I want you guys to pay attention to as I go through. I've got 10 minutes left here. Meg, is there anything you want to add to those three items? Those three words?
No, I mean, I think those are really core to any business mentality. There was a lot of things when I worked at Ebix. We sold a piece called Go Ticket, and I was thinking about how important it was to position your strategic goals around where you're looking. We're going to look at features and functionality and all the components that really make it hum. But I think those are really core to frame up like where you're going in 2021. You're going to save money, you're going to go faster, right? And you're going to go smarter, right, with the efficiency. So thinking in that context, it's all good to bring in these tools. Yeah.
So a couple honorable mentions here as far as things that I want you to think about. It's just the speed of doing business. I talked a little bit about that. The user experience is key, and then scalability. That growth and growing with you. So let's talk a little bit about who IXN is. I want to get into the products a little bit, so we won't spend too much time here. But ultimately, what we're trying to do, this is kind of our mantra, is we're trying to make life insurance quick and easy for agents and advisors. And that's, that starts at the brokerage level. And so the tools that you provide, the training that you provide is so pivotal. We spend a lot of time on training and webinars and things like that with our customers, with the brokerages, to train their agents, to help with efficiency and things like that, to get them using the platform. That's kind of who IXN is at the core. And talk about why we're doing this. I'm like I said, I'm one of the founders of IXN. And we really saw a gap. We saw a need for easier way to do business, quicker way to do business, being able to do business from anywhere. And that's where IXN came in, And so because more people need to have access to life insurance. We need to get this country insured. And with how things are changing out there, and this year we've seen it. It's been forced upon us. We work from home. We do all these different things, and it's been very different. We need to be able to facilitate those processes so people are getting life insurance, so people are getting covered, and they're doing it. You're doing it in the way that they're comfortable with. Another piece of the IXN tool set that really stands out is our cross-platform functionality. So the ability to work from mobile versus desktop and all those types of things. We've got APIs built into everything. Again, going back to connectivity, we really want to connect into whatever systems, whether it's your website, things like that you want to use. And a big driver of the IXN platform is our mobile app. Everything's a la carte. So if let's say you don't want to shake up what you're doing with your web platform, but and you're okay with not saving the money there by switching to IXN, but you want to enhance something. Let's say you've got some goals for 2021. You want to add more mobility to your agents. You want to do something, have a splash in 2021. Now's the time to reach out to us to get a mobile app launched by the new year. It generally takes about 6 to 8 weeks to get that up and running. And with the holidays fast approaching, if this is something you'd like to start off the new year with and hit the ground running and give your agents something great, we can get that started, and now would be the time. So let's talk a little bit about the IXN ecosystem, which is the last piece of what we're talking about today. Is what does IXN do? So we're going to start off with the agency life quoter and our carrier forms engine. These two tools are kind of the core to any life insurance brokerage sales process, that is. We understand that there's more that happens after the application is submitted and filled out. And so there's other vendors out there who handle a lot of that process. But this tool set, this is where a lot of the quoting happens and a lot of the business happens on the IXN platform. So we have this tool called the Agency Life Quoter. And one of the unique things about the Agency Life Quoter, there's a whole bunch of features. We can talk about the PDFs that it outputs or the different processes that goes into it, the different filters and all that kind of stuff. And if you want to learn more about that, reach out to us. Happy to go through those with you. But one of the things that really stands out about the IXN quote engine and tool set here versus others is, again, our interconnectivity with other platforms. That alignment with your process, the tool set that you want to use, is something that we've really kind of focused on, because we understand that a lot of these agencies, whether you're new to the business and you're building a new process, or you have a current process that you need it connected with, and you've been in the industry for 20 years or 40 years, we can generally facilitate whatever process that you're working with. So reach out to us. We'd be happy to look at that process, figure out how we can connect all that in. And then, the tool set here, I'll just show you like our quote results. There's a lot of features and functionality that make the speed of doing business, like we talked about, that efficiency. Hey, I'm right here in the quote results. I need the new business form. So here's my required new business packet. Bam, download that. Or hey, I want to do it digitally, so I'm going to do a drop ticket or an e-app right from here. Or I want to see just the quotes who have an accelerated underwriting program. So let's narrow those results down. Just a couple things there as you're wrapping your mind around how this tool set adds efficiency to your process. This is really where that drives that home. The forms engine, I mentioned that. One of the things that has really stood out to me coming into this industry is kind of how old a lot of the technology is. And if you're looking at your goals for 2021 and you want to, if you care about growth, right? If you just care about sustaining what you currently have, great. But if you want to grow your business, you want to attract the new agents coming into this industry, the new way of business. I'm 35 years old. A lot of the times I'm working my leads on my phone. I'm chatting with our different staff in our office on my phone. I'm doing business from my phone a lot. Even during COVID, where I'm home all the time, and I'm connected there. And really, the mobile app does that. It connects your agents with your staff, with your office, and with the tool set anywhere they are. So one thing that hasn't slowed down during COVID is golf play. I know it's kind of hard to get a tee time these days. And now that it's cooling down here in Utah, it's not quite as hard, but man, during the summer, it was really hard to get a tee time. So people are still on the golf course, right? People are still trying to find ways to get out and do stuff. And this tool, while this might not be where they run 100% of their quotes or even 90% of their quotes, it might be 10% of their quoting, but it's available at the point of sale. And when that conversation comes up, whether it's, hey, I just had a kid, I've been thinking about getting some life insurance. Great. I just don't know if I can afford it. Well, let's take a look, and you have this little device with you all the time. And it creates stickiness, and going back to growth, it creates a recruiting path that you probably haven't tapped yet. It allows you to, as you're talking to those younger agents who are considering life insurance, or you're recruiting a PNC shop to place their life business through you, this is a powerful tool. And that's probably one of the things from my BGAs, the customers that I've had, one of the things that's been the most effective about it is the ability to recruit those agents who want to do business easily and everywhere. We are running out of time here, so I'm gonna jump through some of these. One of the, again, this goes back to that efficiency, interconnectivity, and whether you're working with like an applicant or you're working with a paperless solutions group, a smart office, or a lot of the different tool sets in our industry, we can generally connect into those different processes and make the ability to even like the carrier websites, we can plug those links right into the quoting process. So if you do prefer sending your agents to the carrier websites to drop a ticket or to do an e-app, this area is 100% customizable. So you can put whatever links you want into this process. Or we can integrate directly with a third party to allow that process. Or you can use our tools. There's a lot of options, and so we can work with you on those platforms. We have our e-app solution. This is a big one, and part of this is it's power. This is another one of those efficiency tools. We partnered with a company who's done this really well for a long time in this industry, Paperless Solutions Group, and you can go in and you can do a fully e-application. We're going to be doing more things like this. And if there's a solution out there that you want to see integrated into the IXM platform, let us know, and we'll see what we can do. We may even be able to just turn it on today. Ultimately, kind of coming down to this efficiency process. If you want the ability to build out your own tool set, you have some of you want to build a direct to consumer process, and you want to build your own UI, you have your own developers. We have an API for that. We've even developed a platform for carriers to distribute APIs. It's called LifeDX. I actually forgot to mention that at the beginning. We just won an award for that process called the Innovation Award from LIDMA. And so this is all kind of connected and built in. We have, many of our customers don't realize this. We have a direct to consumer platform where you can plug this quote engine right into a consumer facing website, and it's designed to be a lead gen tool. And with this, there's a reseller program. So if you're a brokerage and you want to provide this tool set, let's say you're working with a PNC shop, you want to put quotes on their website, and have them have the ability to go on there, send consumers there and run a quote, and that generates a lead for you. Or if you just want to provide a tool set to your downline agents as a value add for what you do, we have a program for that. And last but not least, within the IXM platform is, and some people don't realize this, and I see a lot of websites out there that are pretty shoddy, that look like they were built in 1995, and there's links on there that maybe they don't work, and you don't have a security certificate on that. Talk to us about our website services. We can really help here. We build some really nice sites, and again, we can plug in all those tools into this user management member area where they can access all your different tools from one place. That's one tool that kind of flies under the radar a little bit at IXM, but it's something we've done hundreds of these sites overall on our platform. So we are out of time, and so I want to just kind of get to the end here and make sure we have some time to answer questions here. Ultimately, going back to those three keywords that we started with, if you want to understand better how we can help your agency be more efficient, how we can help you grow, hit your goals for 2021, and get a better ROI on the tech investment that you're making, reach out to me. I'd be happy to walk you through that, talk to you about that process. Meg's here as well. She's a great resource as well to reach out to about some of these things. And here's my direct contact information. But yeah, Meg, did you have anything you want to add here at the end to that?
Nope, sounds good. I will be, like you said, I'm a great resource, sitting here. If you guys want my email, you can, it's just Meg R, what is it? Meg R at ixn.tech. So it's just like Lasse's there. But thank you for the chance to be on, and for all of you to be on with us today. We appreciate your time. I think, you know, it's nice that a small business like this exists for a small business like you. I think there's a great fit here that I've seen for quite a long time, watching Lasse and his team grow. So I'm a huge advocate of how much IXN can do for small businesses out there, and I hope you guys can join us.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks, Meg. Looks like there are a few questions here. Let's start with this question here about what solutions our platform offers. So there's a question about, you know, is this just life? Are there other solutions on the IXN platform? And ultimately, I'd love to hear from you. What solutions would you like to see on the IXN platform? Today, you know, we started with life, so term, GUL, final expense is there today, but we'd love to know, you know, what other services are valuable to you. Would you like it to see us move more into long-term care, which we are in the process of doing right now? Would you like to see more disability solutions? Would you like to see annuities? Like where would you like to see IXN go? It's very important to us that we're aligned with what your goals are. So we want to hear from you. So please reach out, you know. But as far as kind of our EAP solution today, I think there was a question about what processes you can go through an EAP with, and with it really depends on what you're plugging in, what vendor. But most of our processes today are around life insurance. We're working on some other tools. We're going to have an EAP solution for long-term care soon. But yeah, we're working on a bunch more. There's a couple questions. It looks like that's pretty much it. Thanks everyone for joining us today. Again, feel free to reach out if you want to learn more. If you want to give us some feedback, we'd love to hear it. We value that heavily. And again, Meg, thanks for joining us, and hope everyone's has a great, or sorry, I've got a little closer that I usually use. So, but I hope everyone's staying safe, and make it a great day.